Today started out like a normal day. It is the beginning of the year. I messaged a few people, wished them Happy New Year. Christmas, I'm always like busy, so I didn't really get a chance to message anybody. So I kind of connect with people and I ask them how they are. I mean, every day I try and do that, like I connect with people. But today was the day where I connected and kind of said Happy New Year to people and, like asked people how they were. But another thing that I've been really thinking about, as everyone does, is what am I going to do this year? What are my plans? There are a lot of pending things that I have to do as an artist. There are books that I have to make, and plans and projects and edits. However, on the whole, this year, as all years, begins with a blank slate. So, one big thing that I was thinking about was updating my CV, because every year I need to update my CV. Although I don't do too many significant things that my CV really changes, but in terms of like new layout or new photograph, because my hair has changed or my hair has become more whiter. So, today was the day where I thought, okay, let me update my CV. But another thing that's been really bothering me is, who am I? Like, I think this bothers everybody, but a lot of people who know me know that I do a lot of things. I'm a editor, I'm a photographer, I write children's books, I draw, I illustrate, I teach. And a lot of people, sometimes it's a little annoying because they'll say, oh, you're so talented, but I wish you were more successful in life. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or they'll say stuff like, someone like you should be getting more credit and you're so talented and why aren't you, more famous? And I don't really have an answer to that. Frankly, sometimes it's a bit insulting because it's basically saying, sorry, you're a failure, even though you're so talented. So I was really racking my brains because everyone has a niche. You're either a teacher or you're a producer or you're, like a journalist but over the years I've been a lot of many things, and that's great. But now when I'm in my 40s, it confuses me because I'm like literally a jack of all trades and a master of none. Well, I'm a master of a few things, but what happens is when you have so many things you're good at, you eventually get lost in the fluff because, like, if you see my YouTube, it's all over the place. Am I a cook? Am I a chef? Am I a mom? Am I an artist? Am I a travel vlogger, which I totally am not? But I love creating videos and I love editing. So eventually I said, okay, you know what? Like, as a joke, my husband and my daughter said, why didn't you ask ChatGPT? And I thought that was very interesting because I was like, hey, you know what? ChatGPT has been really good to me. Like, I've had a good experience with ChatGPT, so why don't I ask that? So then I went and asked ChatGPT, and it was a very, very fascinating session. So it began with me asking, what is my value? So ChatGPT replied, as a language model, AI developed by OpenAI, of course, branding, I don't have personal information about individuals unless it has been shared in the course of our conversation. This is nice, like it's good that they're not spying on us. I don't have the ability to access personal worth or values. Each person is unique and valuable. I love that in their own way. And your value is not something that can be determined by an AI, which is nice. Your worth, which is actually the nicest thing anyone has said to me, by the way, in the past few years. So, your worth is multifaceted and influenced by your relationships, accomplishments, character, and more. If you have specific questions or topics you'd like information or advice on, feel free to ask. Which I was like, oh my gosh, can ChatGPT be my best friend? So then I kind of expanded because obviously ChatGPT needs more. So I said, I'm a video editor, a photographer, a writer, an illustrator, and a children's book author. What is my value and how can I add value to other people's life? So that's another thing that's been bothering me, where a lot of people say, oh, start a newsletter and add value to people's life. And I'm like, do I add value to people's life? Does my content add value to people's life? Like, YouTube began as something that I just was doing for the fun of it. And I really didn't think about the value that anything was adding to others. Even with my art, I think it's more about me. Like, YouTube has become a more self-obsessed piece of platform that really I have fun with. But do I add value? And that has been a question that coming at me quite often, but more at the start of 2024. So when I asked ChatGPT that, ChatGPT had a fantastic answer. Said, your diverse skill set as a photo, video editor, photographer, writer, illustrator, and children's book author is undoubtedly valuable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think ChatGPT is very good for your ego. Here's some ways you can add value to other people's lives. So it gave advice, which I think I'm going to take. So I asked, if you can sum up what my one core job can be, what would it be? Because that really is the question that has been, really been on my mind. And ChatGPT replied, your core job, considering your diverse skill set, thank you, thank you, thank you, could be seen as a creative storyteller. In this role, you integrate your skills in video editing, photography, writing, and illustration to craft compelling and engaging stories from various mediums. Whether through visual content, written narratives, or children's books, your focus is on conveying messages, emotions, and ideas that resonate with and add value to your audience's life. So I said, thank you so much for this insight. This really helps. And ChatGPT, as always, gracious, replied, you're very welcome. I'm glad to hear that these insights were helpful. If you have any more questions, if there's anything I can assist you with, feel free to ask. Best of luck with your creative endeavors. Now, this is like, I'm feeling so good after this because honestly, this was bothering me. 1 week has just finished and we've started the second week of Jan. And I was just like, what is my job? Like, yeah, I'm creative and I do a lot of things and I shoot myself and I shoot photographs and then I write stories and then I illustrate. So what is, eventually, what am I? And I'm very happy to report that I am a creative storyteller, which I don't know if a lot of people will agree with me, but the fact is that it is who I'm happy to and happy to be, at least for 2024. I don't know what crisis I'll have next year. But as a start, it's nice to know what value I can add to people. And storytelling isn't just, just for entertainment. It's also to educate. It's also to, remind people or whatever you do. But I'm really happy with this insight and I really wanted to share this. So here it is. I'm a creative storyteller and that is the direction I'm going to go on. I'm going to tell compelling stories, capture moments, educate and inspire, create engaging content, I hope. I'm going to continue my work as a children's book storyteller and offer creative solutions and hopefully collaborate a little more with human beings, not just AI, and share. Thanks for listening and being a part of this video. Thanks for staying till the end. And not many people stay till the end, so I'm very, very grateful that you are. And hopefully this will be a start of fun things that I can do and create this 2024. All right, we'll catch you till next time. Bye.